Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to English class with me, Sir Muhammad Rosmadi. I hope all of you will have a great time today. Okay, without wasting our time, let's start our lesson. We are still with the textbook Full Blast plus 4. I hope all of you have the textbook with you right now, plus your exercise book. Buku latihan ada sekali dengan buku teks. For today, we are still in Unit 1. Let's chat. And we are going to look at writing activity. It is about a personal web page. Semua orang tahu apa itu web page? Dalam BM, maksud dia laman web. Laman web peribadi. So, it is in your textbook, page 13. Okay, so you can turn to page 13 right now. And let's take a look at exercise A. But before that, before I forget, let me introduce you with the content standard. Standard kandungan for today's lesson. Main skill. Yes, kemahiran utama for today's lesson is writing. It's in the DSKP Bahasa Inggeris tingkatan 4, Writing 4.2. Communicate with appropriate language, form and style. And complementary skill, Writing 4.2. Communicate with appropriate language, form and style. Learning standard. Okay, standard pembelajaran pula. Main skill, Writing 4.2.3. Produce an extended plan or draft and modify this appropriately in response to feedback or independently. Complementary skill, Writing 4.2.2. Spell written work on a range of text types with a reasonable accuracy. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide, which is exercise A. So now you guys can read the instruction on page 13 ya, muka surat 13. Arahan exercise A, it says read the web page and answer the questions. Questions are below the web page. Alright. So in this exercise, kita aim untuk provide students with a sample personal web page. Bagi contoh personal web page. And another aim is to give students practice in identifying specific information. Okay, now Cuba tengok layout in your textbook. Just like my screen here. Sama tak dengan buku teks you all? Sama, right? And what it is? Okay. Yes? You know? Ini dipanggil apa ni? Petikan ni. Yes. This is a personal web page. Laman web peribadi. You see here Ahmad's web page. So this is Ahmad, and this is a text about him, my mates and I. Okay, my interest. Yes, now let's read together the web page, and if you have some unknown words you don't understand, you can underline or you can write down in your exercise book. Okay, kalau ada perkataan yang tak faham, susah, first time jumpa, boleh copy in your exercise book, and you can ask me for the meaning, or maybe you can refer to your dictionary. Alright, kita nak improve vocabulary. Okay, now let's read with me. Saya baca, you all pun baca di rumah sama-sama. Okay, Ahmad's web page. Hi there, my name's Ahmad, and this is my web page. So dia dah kenalkan diri dia. My mates and I. Mates here mean close friend. I've got loads of friends, but my best mate is Arjun. This must be Arjun. I find nothing more entertaining than hanging out with him. What is the meaning of hanging out? Boleh cari guna kamus. We spend almost all our free time together, and when we are not together, we are always chatting on the phone or online, or even playing online games. They have the same hobby, quite the same hobbies. Arjun is very sporty and he's crazy about badminton. He plays in the school badminton team. I'm not a big sports fan, but we do other things together, like watching music videos and learning the dance moves. Arjun is a great dancer. I can't say that I'm as good as he is, but I'm improving. So sometimes our best friend doesn't have the same hobby like us, right? Hobi tak sama tapi can be your best friend. Let's say your hobby is playing football for the boy, but your best friend, maybe he hates playing football. He likes playing badminton. Different sports. That is for sports, but maybe you guys share another same hobbies, like Ahmad and Arjun. Ahmad not a big sports fan. Dia tak minat sukan. But dia dengan Arjun minat menari. Yes, okay. Okay, then we have my interest, Ahmad's interest. Apart from music, I love watching films and even going to see plays. Plays here bukan main. Plays here means drama, like theatre. Okay, the one they perform on the stage. They act on the stage. I'm thinking of becoming an actor. You see, there actor dia sebut. At the moment, I'm working part-time at a local pizza place because I want to earn money for acting classes. That's good, Ahmad. Another thing I'm fond of doing is drawing. Unlike my friends, I'm quite good at it and also creative. Yes. Nak melukis memang kena kreatif, right? Okay. So we have read what we call web page about Ahmad. So I hope you can get some ideas in writing your own web page later. So today's task is more on writing, but I don't say that you need to write in the real web page. You just write in your exercise book. But if you want to do your own web page, why not? Right, if you have one, just share it with me. Maybe I can give you a high PBD mark for your own web page. Next, okay, we move on to the questions below. Look at your textbook. Below this web page, we have these questions. Yes. Alright, this is your task. Your first task of today. You are going to answer 3 questions, 3 comprehension questions. Jawab soalan A, number 1. Who created this web page? Just tell me or write down only one word of the name. Siapa cipta web page ni? We mention the names, baru kita sebut nama dia. Right? Okay, next, number 2. Copy the questions of number 2. Salin. Why did he create it or the web page? Why? Apa sebab? I want to mention the name dah. Apa sebab dia cipta the web page? Why? Okay. Soalan salin and write down the answer. And last question. What words does the writer use to link his ideas? This one. I give you the clue. Kalau bahasa Melayu kita panggil kata hubung. Apa contoh kata hubung? Or in English, the what we call that? Siapa tahu? Okay. Linking words. Yes. Kataan penghubung. And what are the words that he used in this web page? Tengok balik web page tadi. You write down the linking words. Kataan yang menghubungkan. Okay, if you don't understand, then as usual, WhatsApp my number. Okay, that is exercise A. Let's move on to exercise B. Look at the categories below. Same in my instruction is the same like in your textbook. Choose a few and write ideas or notes about what you can include about yourself. Okay, this one I don't ask you, or I don't want you to copy the notes below. Okay, no need to copy this. Like my family, my mates. Just I want you to have some ideas about what are you going to write. Okay, in your web page later, you just choose which one that you think is easier for you to write. You have a category of my family. You want to tell about your family, or you want to tell about your mates, kawan, sahabat. Maybe you want to you want to write about your pet. Nak tulis about pet, dah dapat draft idea. Oh, like our school, something interesting with our school. Then if you want to write about my clothes, you only peminat baju yang gila-gila lah, jersey, or like girls they like baju blouse, this new style of dressing, apa tu yang famous tu, Sabella. You want to talk about that, you want to write, write in your web page. Or my music, this one is my favorite. Maybe if I were you, I will choose this, my music. My interest, ni salah type ke atau memang terjarak? Supposed to be close to each other ni. Interest. Okay. Minat saya, saya banyak minat. Saya minat ni, saya minat ni. So many ideas. So choose this note or this topic. And my dislike, what do you hate most? I don't like this, I don't like that. So these are the categories that later on you are going to write. Not all, okay? I repeat, bukan semua. You choose only. We are going to refer to Ahmad's web page yang atas tadi. Like Ahmad just wrote 2 items or 2 categories. He wrote about his mate and he wrote about his interest. So you guys are going to choose 2 also, 2 categories. But hold on first, we're not finished yet. Kita nak sambung with exercise C dulu. But keep in mind, all these categories yang saya nak you all tulis, categories in this list saja. Okay, only 2. Alright, next we go to exercise C. Discuss the categories on the left. B jadilah, okay. B jadi. Atau kalau screen ni on the previous slide. Answer the questions. Okay, so kita nak elaborate on the content of a personal web page, and I want to prepare you for the writing activity. Now let's read the questions in exercise C. Point 1, question 1. Which category do you think is the easiest to write about? This one I want you to write in your exercise book. Copy this question, salin soalan ni, arahan ni, jawab berdasarkan kategori tadi. This category. Ya. Categories in exercise B, ya. Okay. So again, which category do you think is the easiest to write about? Okay, if you ask me, kalau I will choose 1, my family. Another one, maybe I will choose my interest, or my mates, my friends. Okay, question 2, salin juga. Which categories do you think would be best for a web page about you? Why? Kategori mana pula you rasa best kalau you nak tulis web page? Yang tadi paling senang. Now yang best about you. And tell me, write down the reason why. Kenapa? Okay. Contohnya, I will say, ni jawapan saya. I will say my interest. I will choose my interest because what should I say? Okay, I have a lot of interest. Saya pilih my interest. Kalau because my reason is I have a lot of interest. I like movies, I like music, I like reading, I like traveling. So that is the reason why. Okay. Or maybe some of you will say, my friends. The best category that I want to choose for my web page is my friends, about my mates or friends, because I have a lot of interesting friends. So bila ada banyak kawan, idea tu banyak lah nak tulis. Am I right? Okay. Then question 3. Can you think of any other categories that you would like to write about? Okay lah. This one extra. I want to know also. Okay. You write the question and write the answer. What other category yang tak ada list tadi, but you want to write? Dalam list exercise B, kategori tu tak ada, but you still want to write. Tell us or tell me. For me, dalam senarai tadi, I couldn't find kategori my holiday. My holidays tak ada. So I want to share the story about my holidays in my web page. Can? Why not? You boleh share. You boleh use that category. Alright. So this one exercise last class kita guna exercise. Just continue exercise. This is about writing. Yes. So writing, guna buku writing. Buku writing like we fix earlier this year. Kita dah susun dah reading and comprehension, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yes. Alright. So copy questions ni, 3 soalan ni, and jawab. The answers tak ada salah, tak ada betul, because this is about yourself. Don't tell your friends that your answer is wrong. The answer should be no. Tak ada siapa betul. Kalau Ahmad jawab kategori paling senang is my family, you all kata, aku tak suka my family, yang senang tu aku rasa is my hobby. My pet. I want to write about my pet. It's up to you. Tak ada siapa wrong or right. Okay. Now, okay, done. So this one in exercise book juga, writing exercise book. We have tadi exercise A, question 3, 1, 2, 3. Exercise C, 1, 2, 3 juga. And last exercise for today, exercise D. Yang ni panjang sikit. What are you going to do? Now, we are going to write. So this exercise aims to give you all practice in writing your own personal web page. So we just imagine saja, belum set up our new web page. If you have your own dah ada, why not tulis terus in your web page. Okay. So those who doesn't have any web page, we just write in our exercise book. Now kita refer to Ahmad's webpage in exercise A, and also refer to the categories and the notes made in exercise B. Now let's look at the tips. Exercise D tu ada dia bagi tips, right? Okay, so kita nak tulis ni, we can refer, boleh copy from Ahmad's webpage. Janganlah copy 100%. Alright, you can get the idea, then you can get some category dalam exercise B, and also kita study sikit the tips in exercise D. What are the tips? Here. Okay, the tips, dia kata apa here? When you want to write information to include in your personal web page, group. First tip, group the information in categories so that it's easier to understand. Maklumat-maklumat yang berkaitan kita groupkan in one category. You keep telling about your friend, and then dapat idea pun you still talk about your friend. So that one should be in the one category. Category dia is my mates, for example. Okay, you are talking about you punya idea about your cat at home. Banyak idea you bercampur-campur, you keep writing about cats, about your tompok ke. So you keep writing, then that one you masukkan in one category. Kategori apa? My pet. Okay, senang nak faham, easier to understand. Then second tip is this one, the one that I told you, ada kena-mengena related with question in exercise A. Link your ideas, linking words. So to write a good web page, you mesti ada kata hubung. For example, use and. Yes. Kenapa kita guna and? And is to join similar ideas. Apa dia and in bahasa? Dan, right? Dan ni menyambung pendapat fakta yang sama. And then you can also use the linking word but. What is but in PM? Yes, tetapi. We use but to join two opposite ideas. Kalau and similar, sama. Kalau but, opposite pula. Dua pendapat berbeza. Okay. Lagi, what else? The word that we can use in your web page is so. Sorry. Excuse me. So, or we call in bahasa jadi, right? Jadi. So, we use to express result or consequence. Kita guna so nak nyatakan hasil atau kesan. So, jadi. So, next. Because. The linking word. Because. Or in bahasa, it means what? Kerana or sebab. Because, we use because to show reason. Kenapa dia jadi macam ni? Kerana, yes. Kenapa you datang lambat? Oh, because I woke up late. Because. Then we have last one. Or. Or means atau. Or we use to show alternative, pilihan. Do you want to have tea or coffee? Pilihan, right? Alternative. If you don't want coffee, we have tea. Pilihan. Okay, so please use these words to right in your personal web page. Alright, any questions up until now? If you have, you can just PM my number, okay, and I will try to help you. If I don't reply, if I haven't replied your message, don't worry, okay, I will reply a bit late or later. For your homework or these tasks of these exercises, not necessarily you have to pass up to me after this lesson or during this lesson, within this lesson. You can pass up to me after the lesson, or you can pass up to me later, in the late evening or in the late afternoon, or maybe at night. Don't worry, okay, there is no due date. This is for your tak ada tarikh luput. Ini untuk PBD, markah PBD, as a proof or evidence, bukti that you all ada. Later on, kalau people from officers from JPN or KPM come to our school, then they want to check the PBD's mark, then they ask the teacher, why did you give the student 6 TP 6 or 5 or 4? So we, the teachers, have the evidence. Kami ada bukti that these students are really qualified to get TP 5 or 6 are the highest. See, that's why you need to pass up your exercise. Not today. If you have problem with lines, you can pass up tomorrow when your line is okay. Okay, that's it. So your task today for the lesson, you have only 3. The first one is exercise A. Copy the questions and answer based on the Ahmad's web page. Next, exercise C. Again, copy the questions and answer based on your interest. Nak tulis yang mana dalam personal web page. And exercise D, this one, you need to write 2 or 3 paragraphs for your own personal web page. You can refer to Ahmad's web page, or you can also refer somebody's web page, someone's web page in Google, in the internet. Okay, saya rasa setakat ni dulu lesson kita untuk hari ni. Kita akan jumpa lagi. I'll see you on the next lesson, the next class. I hope you can understand and follow the steps of our lesson today. Boleh ikuti kita punya step by step pembelajaran hari ini. Okay, insyaAllah kalau boleh, then hantarlah, please pass up or send your homework or your task ni through WhatsApp. Like before, snap the pictures of your book, hantar PM my number. Okay, that's it, and that's all from me. Thank you so much. Okay, see you guys. Bye bye and Assalamualaikum.